I'm Hsinju Chen. I'm an Asian person with short hair. Um, and my background is a commissioned art of two Asian people, and there's a dog. Um, so today I'm going to read an excerpt from Ghostly Gift. This excerpt contains bones, past arson, and past death. Hello? You call into the darkness. Anybody there? It has been almost a decade since you last came here to the temple by the ocean. Even with that, you were not expecting it to be empty, half of it covered with scorch marks, the other half eroded by the ocean breeze. You run your fingers through the strands of your long hair, attempting to smooth out the parts flattened by the helmet after an hour's time on the road. It is unlikely the Jitong is still here, of course, but you don't have any other option but to pray for the best as you slowly enter the ruins, smartphone flashlight turned on in one hand, one key gripped in the other, just in case. As you edge further into the temple, you can hear nothing but your own footsteps and the ocean waves outside, sounding distant despite the flimsy walls. Some of the wooden columns have been burnt down, and the full length of one wall is covered with soot and writings in red ink. Rejection of the third eye is rejection of the deities, you read out loud. Spirits don't deserve banishment. You pace along the wall, taking in the similar sentences and slogans painted in different handwritings. So these are the people who are against the Jitong, the only person who was able to help the very few townspeople who wish to stay ghost-free. Has the Jitong been driven away from the temple? Are they hiding somewhere in town, but you have been too out of the loop to know where? Are they... Something on the floor makes you stumble and your phone almost slips out of your hand. You send a silent prayer to the deities that you didn't drop it and end up with a cracked screen. Perhaps you sent the prayer a little too early because when you look down at your feet, you scream and drop your phone. It is a skull fragment. You know it is a skull fragment because when you look around, there are a few other pieces lying nearby, cracked and yellowed. Some smooth and round, and some teeth. There is only dead silence in the temple. Once you made the mistake of mentioning that you and your wife, then fiancé, do not wish to acquire any type of sixth sense at another family gathering. You don't know what you were missing until you gain another sense, your Abu said while chopping up bits of sausages for the clay pot rice she was making. You think just you and your lover will be enough as a family, is it? But you knew it would be enough. And you heard from those gossiping neighbors' aunties last year that the friends of one of your other neighbors had slipped bits of flat peach into her daily smoothing one morning just for the fun of it. And a week later, she ended up with a ghost that drove her into madness within a month. You shudder at the thought and bent down to pick up your phone. No damage so far. Another sweeping glance at the floor gives you no further information on where the Jitong might be now. Or perhaps this is their skull, that they died in the fire or stayed here to protect the temple as other people rampaged the place. You will never know. Not wanting to stay here any longer with the dissembled body and the blood-red writings on the wall, you turn around and exit the remains of the temple. The broken piece of jade still hung around your neck. Time to face your wife. Thank you.